Hi, friends. It's Joni with Three Feathers Spiritual Wisdom, here with your weekly message from Spirit for the week of July 11th through the 17th of 2022. I was drawn to a couple of decks that are connected to angels. So this week it's all about our angelic guidance. I'm going to be using the influence of the Angels Tarot for our main message, and I'll be pulling a daily card on Instagram at Joni Three Feathers every day from this deck. And then your oracle card, which you get to pick, is going to come from the Angel Blessings deck. And I'll be pulling a card from that deck every day on my business Facebook, Three Feathers Spiritual Wisdom. Okay, and when you choose your oracle card, quiet your mind, ask Spirit which message you need, card A, B, or C, and then pick one. Okay, so let's jump into the reading. The first thing out, I think we all have decisions to make this week, or we're in the process of making decisions, or we are indecisive because we know we need to make a decision. Because the first card out was the Two of Swords, which indicates there's two things, two choices, pros and cons about a situation. There's a decision that needs to be made here. And this person is putting it off, but the blindfold is a very important symbol on this card because the blindfold is blocking her logical mind. And it's about making this decision. You can investigate, sure. I mean, I investigate things. My friends tell me to investigate things, figure out the pros and cons list. But in the end, we all have to listen to our heart and to our instincts and to our intuition. Is this the right direction? And the two swords here are pointing in different directions. So I'm not saying it isn't tough to make this decision. I know that I have a decision to make in my life, and I'm sitting on it. And this is what probably Spirit is saying to all of us is you've been sitting on this decision making. The next card that came out is a very interesting one. It's the Ace of Wands. The Ace is about new beginnings. So what it tells me is if we make the decisions that we need to make, we start anew. I want to I want you to see this card. There's the fire of going forward and taking action. And there is Spirit. Spirit is directing our fire. Um, so there is this opportunity. We're to go in the direction that we are being guided to, being directed by Spirit for a purpose, our soul's purpose. I love the looks of this card. This is so interesting. And there's our guardian angel right there, going ready to help us as we go forward, moving the obstacles in order to make our journey better, easier. So the Ace of Wands is here this week. That's the start of something new. And Wands is that spiritual fire. It's that movement, but it's also creativity. So, what is the new creative thing that you're also working on? The last two cards that came out are still very much more interesting. I'm gonna show them twice and then show them together and then speak about them. There are two queens that came out. The first was the Queen of Wands and then the Queen of Pentacles. I think this is really significant that two queens come out, one right after the other for our reading. And let me tell you why. because the queen or the woman is the symbol of creation. So we have a new life. Once we make this decision and we move forward, we've got a new life to create, a new project to create, a new situation to create. And what we're being given is the deeply feminine queens here that are going to help us create. They're going to help us uh, uh, give birth to something new in our lives. So let me talk about each one in turn. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Now, in this deck, the court cards are real people. This is Marguerite de Navry. She, I think, ended up being a queen. The description said that she was the mother of the Renaissance period. So obviously she loved art and music and all that was created during the Renaissance. This the other thing is the courtly um, uh, romantic, the romance of the Renaissance. So this doesn't surprise me because the Queen of Wands is giving birth to something creative. And the Renaissance is all about the wonderful artists. So much more, but that's the thing that comes right to my mind is Michelangelo and all of the artists in that period. It was a great period of beauty and imagination. So this queen, if you are heading into, if your dream is to do something that is creative, this queen is here to support that and give you, and even if it isn't creative, she's here to give us the creative energy that we need to manifest our dreams. This other queen, the Queen of Pentacles or coins, her name is Hannah Ross, or Rossi, and she was an author of like the first cookbook, uh, women's home management in the 1700s, England. So all kinds of home remedies and how to clean your home and how to cook and everything. And here she's got a basket full of fruit and vegetables. This is a very practical queen. This is you having all the resources that you need in order to create. Because you got to have the food and the energy, and you've got to have the resources. So this is about the resources and not worrying about the resources. This could also, in a very practical sense or a very specific sense, be creating a new income stream for yourself. So that's the message for this week. There's something about a decision that needs to be made. Maybe deciding to follow your bliss, follow your dream, a new beginning, and then the supportive energy of imagination, creativity, manifestation, resources, income, abundance with us through that whole process. I personally think that's an awesome energy. I would love that energy around me. That would be awesome. And I'm glad it's a reading that's more for us in our personal lives and in our personal um needs. Okay, so are you ready to pick an oracle card for yourself? For those of you who picked A, this is your card. This is your angel. Uziel. It's Uzziel. I can't read it backwards, but the word at the bottom is faith. And this is about faith is, having faith is a challenge. It is. It's believing in something that you can't necessarily see, believing that something will come that it is unknown, like believing that your dream will be abundant, that you will receive rewards for following your dream. You'll certainly receive the reward of happiness, but will you be able to pay the rent? Kind of thing. So this is about having faith and struggle. And what I find interesting is the artwork shows a struggle, because having faith is a struggle, I think, for a lot of people. But once you have faith, it is, nothing from and a real, true faith. Like, this is going to happen. I believe in it. I know it's going to happen. Then nothing can persuade you otherwise. So have faith this week. This is something about exploring your faith, having faith, struggling to understand and get faith, and having faith, I think, uh, accelerates your spiritual growth. You've left behind the programming that wants you to question or wants you to not believe in miracles, to stay safely in the old life. This is an interesting concept to come up as the reading said, we need to move into something new. For those of you who picked B, you got Hushar, and he guards the veil between the world and the heavens, between our subconscious and our consciousness, and between awareness and illusion. And the word at the bottom is vision. This, I think he's here to help you with your vision of your dream, the life you want to manifest. Call on him this week to help you with that vision. He could also be here because the veil between your subconscious and your unconscious is very thin, and you are receiving visions. Maybe you're encountering and having interesting dreams that you remember that have a lot of symbolism in them. And so there might be visions that you are having, messages that you are receiving, and he's here to help you with those, to help you open up your connection to that. Okay, for those of you who picked C, you got an interesting card as well. It is K Lare is the name of this angel. And on the bottom is the word peace. And Kayla Ray brings you the gifts of patience and self-love, which are the essence of peace. Um, Peace is not always just like, oh, I'm going to be calm and I'm not going to have any emotions about this. Inner peace is just it's true faith, again, the word faith, patience and self-love. Love that you know you can handle whatever's coming. And it's not that you won't have some intense, um, emotions about things in life, but um, it's more about choosing the behaviors that align with peace, having peace, and being at peace. And maybe that's being at peace with the situation that's happening in your life right now that is out of your control. So you have to have patience and you have to have love for yourself as you go through whatever it is that's going on. So Kayla Ray is here with you to help you find that peace that you need in the situation. I hope that helps. So I want to thank you again for liking, subscribing, and thank you again for listening to this message and sharing this message with others. I really appreciate the support. Remember to follow me on Instagram at Joni3Feathers if you're interested. And all the links are below for everything if you're interested. So I wish you many blessings for a wonderful week. Take care.